Okay, I'm going to do a little, show you what I've been, I'm doing a sketchbook now, and I'm using a certain product that I want to show you what I'm using. It's so cool, and it's so saturated. The colors are so saturated, and this is this item here. I'm going to talk more about this in a minute. So I've been doing paintings. I'm up high, so my voice is probably coming across very clearly, which is good. So I've been doing paintings and selling my paintings quite a bit. Um, I've been doing different series of works, and what I've been doing is doing sketches of things in my sketchbook, and then actually going and making the paintings, which is really working out really nice for me. That's how real artists work. They work with, sketchbooks. That's why they have sketchbooks. And I'm finally getting to see the beauty of that. So I just want to put these here to see what my, how far I can go out here. Okay, that's good. So first I'm going to show you what I've been doing. Like this was a sketch, and then I made a painting out of it. This is called my Paris series. It reminds me of Paris. I don't know why, but it just does. And so I call this my Paris series. Very simple design. I ended up making about 12 of these, all different colors. A lot of fun. From there, I went to my Bistro series, and that was very similar. The background was a little different. I had the floor coming up this way, the side walls, and then I had a table, flowers, and I added a chair. So there wasn't a chair in this picture. So like I'm progressing. And then finally, my most recent one is Bistro Series Large. Now this painting was sold, and it's 30 inches by 40 inches. It's very large, has a lot of presence. It's a little bit more minimalist, not as fluid as the others. But I've been doing a series of these right now, and so that's where I am with that. Now, the one I've been working on that's similar to this, I finally figured out a design element that I need to put in the painting. I do the paintings the same way. There's a chair and there's a table, there's a flower element, and then I put pears. They're all pears in them. They're small pears. They're pears here. The latest one, I have pears, but then I change out the other things. Like here's a wine bottle and a glass. And the second one was a coffee cup and a coffee urn. And this one, I'm going to put a cookie jar in it with the pears. They all have pears, and they all have the flower, they all have the chair on the table, and they all have this collage element down here, and it goes in. It's kind of visually forces your eye upward. So the one I'm doing now, I want to make a cookie jar. So now I'm just going to have a sketch of a cookie jar, and I could just sketch it with a pencil. That'd be fun. But because of this particular painting has a lot of color in it, and it has some stylized. It has like a Kandinsky geometric circles in it. I want to make a cookie jar that's similar to Kandinsky. I don't think this is all in. It's not all. It doesn't really matter if it's all in. I'm going to just work in the center. So this is what I'm going to be working with. Now I have one of these, these watercolor brushes. They come in different styluses. They're different thickness, and this is kind of medium. And then you put water in it. It's great to travel with, and so you always have your watercolor brush. It's all contained. There's no need to have water or anything. So I have that, and then whenever between colors, I just I dab it on this. I squeeze a little bit water out and get it cleaned up right away. So that's nice. And then what I've been using is this. This is Derwent Inktense blocks. Professional quality ink blocks. I don't know if it's watercolor because you add water to activate it. The color is unbelievable. Now you could make paintings like this, or you can make pictures with this. And I don't know how it spreads. I should get a spritzer and see how this spreads. But I don't have a spritzer around here right now, so I'm just going to do my painting. So these are Inktense blocks. They come in a tin like this, and then they have all these colors. And they have the wells if you want to put like a little bit in there and then get the color going, and you can just use a little chunk or a part of a chunk and get a color going, so you'll have your different colors. I think this is going to last me for a long time. Some of the darker colors, I don't think there's it may have come with a what the colors are, because some of these are very dark. You don't know what they are until you actually color them, you know. So I should probably label them or something. Oh, well. Yeah, I should get a paper and label them, right? Yeah, that's what I should do. But I'm not doing that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just paint a cookie jar, and in the style of Kandinsky, and then we're going to put it in my painting, which is not here; it's in the barn. But anyway, so what I'm here for mostly is to show you how this stuff works. It's really amazing. So again, you're used to watercolors. You can use the wells. I've just been using this brush on its own, and so I'm just like pressing it and getting the color going. I'm going to put this over to the side here, and then you just kind of, you know, draw. So you see how bright this is? So I'm going to make a cookie jar. Cookie jars are a very simple design, but see, that's wrong. That's not the right cookie jar. Cookie jars, oh, that's it. I'm going to make a cookie jar in the shape of a pear, because I have pears is the theme. So I'm going to do a cookie jar like this, and like this. Now the top of the cookie jar is going to be put on the side. So it's just going to be, and I think I want to put it's going to be higher, and then make a little nub up there. Oh, it's going to be one of those, yeah, look like there you go. So this is what I'm doing, and this should fit over here. But, and then we're going to do a little thing here. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, because my paintings are not perfect. My paintings are wabi-sabi. Very cool. Now the other thing about these Kandinsky pears, they're very colorful. They're very geometric. So why I'm doing this is to get a color scheme going. And there are circles and there are different colors. And I'm going in. Now I could just clean the brush off, which you probably should do. And then I'm just wetting another section. And I'm going to. I think I'm going to do big concentric circles. This is purple. Now, you see that this is not high art. This is very simple. Now, a lot of his Kandinsky circles, his circles are all about contrasting, the contrasting here to there. And I'm going to do one in here. So it's just to make it look like the pears that I already have painted. So we have orange and we have purple. I'm going to do like a teal, I think. Now I can figure out where the teal is. This looks kind of tealish. I'm not sure if this is teal. Let's see. Oh, that's green. That's sort of teal, but let's do what color is this? I really need to, I don't know. Let's try this one. That's better. I'm going to do teal in here. It's just to give me ideas of what colors I can use. Now, the thing about these colors, like you can color it in. You know, you can color something in. It seems like that's transparent. You know, it doesn't cover it completely. Now, if I wanted to put yellow in this, I think I'd have to have it dry, and I'm not even sure even if it dries. Let's see if I put yellow here. Yeah, you can't really put color over color, it seems like. You got to kind of think about that. We're going to do a red. Again, I think with Kandinsky, it was all about the contrast. Now, it doesn't look like I'm doing much here, but, well, I'm really not, but it's all about the color that, the contrast with the colors that meet. I mean, that's what I was kind of looking at when I was looking at his paintings. So I'm just doing a cookie jar that's going to look like the pears that I already have, and getting a sense of what colors I want to use before I actually start, you know, wasting colors. I don't like the orange out. I don't like the orange the way it's outside of this. I don't know. I don't like the orange color, so I'm definitely going to change that. But now we want something that's going to be contrasting. What would contrast with out here? A lighter color for sure, but I don't know about the orange. I think I like the orange more in the center. And then maybe over here. And you don't put them in the same, oh, see now, with this, you don't see the contrast. That's a problem. Unless you want shading. So, this is nearly not the video to watch as far as my art level. This is just to show you about these great paints. This is like a dark, what do you call this color? It's like a brown, this very yellow brown. That's pretty. I like that. I like that color for the outside. Okay, so it's like a clay. So I want to use clay on the outside. Like clay, I like that outside of it. And then maybe make, I don't know what should I make that. And then I think it needs a bright color. Maybe this green here. This green is bright. No, it's not that bright. It looks brighter than that. Again, it's gonna, see, once I went over that, it's not gonna be able to color it. I'll just do kind of a black inside here. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's gonna look, it's all wobbly, but that's part of my charm of my paintings. Now, this is should be almost the clay color, but I think I'm gonna make, well, I just make it clay. I guess when you go dark, when you go over a lighter color, you can go darker, but going a lighter color over a dark color isn't as good, and I just want to keep this open a little bit. So that's going to be my little Kandinsky. Now, with these paints, I was working with, I did a whole thing of flowers, the Kandinsky flowers. They weren't, I did a flowery thing. And then I did do some interesting shadowing. But with this, I'll just have a shadow here. This is going to be the shadow there from that. So there you go. Anyways, this is really to showcase not my wonderful art skills. Yes, it's amazing to know that I sell art. And I'm a self-taught artist. I've been painting for 10 years. I learn as I go. I work hard at it. You know, this is not a tutorial on how to draw. Clearly, I'm dyslexic, so that's part of my problem is drawing. But I'm just trying to get a sensibility of how I can do the cookie jar. And I think I like the clay outer part, the clay top, and then I'm going to do some stuff with the circles. Now, just to show you a little bit more stuff, what I did here was, here's something I did the other day. I was just working on the other elements. I hear the flowers, which I did. I counted out the flowers and I made them. And see, oh, you can do the red over the dry. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, this does cover nicely. Let's see if I can add a yellow. A very light yellow. Now this is what was on the table. It's a little different, but I have the pears, and I have a basket of pears. Yeah, see the yellow doesn't go on the dark. It can change it a little bit, like that yellow on the red, making it orange. So there's some mixture of the colors. So I did this design, And that worked out nicely. I was working with the chair, of course. This is the background, how I put the floor in, and then what I ended up doing different colors of the background. And this is the one I chose, this one here. So it's a purpley, and it's kind of a clay color, and then a lighter color here, and then the floor. And then I did this. So I have, this is one element on the table. This is one element on the table, that's that. So that's that with the circles. And then I did this for the pears, which is here. And then I'm not doing the wine or the glass. Instead, I'll be doing the cookie jar. So instead of this and that, there'll be the cookie jar. I think I'll put the, I want to put the cookie jar here. I might put the cookie jar top, maybe I'll put the cookie jar top like sitting against it. I may have to go a little higher. I don't know if that's going to work. Or maybe just, I don't know. That looks kind of weird. So that's what I've been using. I break things down into sections, and then I'll post my painting when it's finished. It's kind of cool. So this painting, this is called Blue Plate Pears, and then I have a Pink Plate Pears, which has a coffee urn and a coffee cup. And this one's going to be Kandinsky pears with cookie jar. So in case people don't know what it is, I'll tell them what it is in the title. Anyways, so this is, again, a very saturated color. I'm working on this mixed media Canson paper, which can be used for acrylic, watercolor, pen, and pencil. You can use it for everything. These are very inexpensive. I like them because you can fold them over. You can also rip, they're perforated, so you can rip them off. And I don't know if these come in a smaller size, but I did get these. These are really, seriously intense. Intense blocks, Derwent. Intense blocks. I don't know if you're an artist. And for traveling, all I need when I travel, of course, when you travel with watercolors, you don't need a lot, but I get my sketchbook, I got this, and I got a paper towel, and I'm good to go. And again, you can use it if you're really good to actually paint pictures. I use it more for sketching, working out my color ideas and my design elements. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day.